October 26, 2019, 3:45 p.m. Eastern Time. In today's content, we're going to discuss the bullish scenario and then talk about the bearish scenario. We're also going to talk about the tether FUD we got last year, just about October 15, 2018. And then the current slash tether FUD slash Chinese news we got. I'm gonna call it excuse me one second. 3:45 p.m. Eastern Time. In today's content, we're gonna discuss the bullish scenario and then. So basically, we're gonna call it like the Chinese FUD again, right? You guys remember back in like September 2017, we got another China FUD and the price drop almost like this one is not a FUD, it's a good news for the bulls, so they took advantage of it and then they pumped the price to the upside. So we're gonna take a look at both scenario and see that it BTC, right, either gonna be pushing to the upside, and then just for you not gonna be waiting till the end of the live stream, I'm gonna tell you like basically the end of the story for the bullish momentum. Okay, so you can follow through. Okay, if the bulls can keep up the momentum, right, we're gonna look for this target up in this level. Okay, and I'm gonna show you during the live stream why the bulls, if they keep up the the same momentum, the number one, the scenario they get right now is like to push the price to that level, and then I'm gonna show you what price is there. Okay, the bears, if they can keep up the price to the downside, it's not, we don't have anything but a falling wedge. We can it is a bullish pattern, but if we break to the downside, the next area of accumulation is going to be the 5K level, and we're also going to talk about that scenario. Okay, so let's take a look at the that's a 3-day chart, and then I just want to show you like how the type of volume we got on the 3 days chart. And this 3 days chart just started, guys, on the 25th. Today is the 26th, so we got one more day, and then you can see the volume we got in this area. Not we, but the bulls, the volume they managed to accumulate and then pump it in this area, and we got another over 24 hours before the new daily candle start to add it to this volume. So the current volume on Binance, let's see, that's Binance on the 2 days chart is like 243,000 trading volume. The volume we got at the bottom, the initial pump, this one is like, that's why I'm telling you the bottom is aligning. It's not because I'm turning bullish personally. I'm 40 to 35 to 40% bullish momentarily, but not extremely bullish. I'm still 60 to 65% bearish. So but we have to take a look at both sides. You have to pick a side. You cannot be 50-50. Okay, there is no such thing as 50-50. So you take a look at this area, the volume we got when I was telling you back in March, when we said BTC basically is going to the moon and it is going to 10K, we got more volume than that on the 3 days chart. This volume was only 250,000, not 240,000, this one, and this one is 243,000, and we got over 48,000, not 48, but we got over 24 hours to go. So what that means, it means the bottom is aligning, but the bulls has to keep up momentum in order to push the price to the upside. All right, so another scenario we also got, right, when you take a look at this volume profile, you can see the China, not the China, but the tether FUD back in October 13, right? The 3-day candle started October 13th, but it ended up 13, 14, 15. That's why I'm saying October 15, right? But it started October 13th, 2018, right? We pumped the price up almost 1,500 points, right? Almost 1,300 points. Similar move, 1,300, 3,000, right? It's just a double of it. And then guess what happened next, right? We moved sideways, all of a sudden we dropped 50%. So in order for the bulls to keep up the momentum, they have to avoid this move. They have to avoid it. If you're bullish, you just have to be very, very careful. You can be very, very surprised. If you basically, if you bearish, you in a better hand. You in a better hand for being bearish and looking for basically to not break this yellow trend line, which is the the line connecting the 14, right, 13 right here, 13, 12. It is connecting all these lines. Even every single drop, it is connecting it. It is connecting it, right? And then we cannot close above it. That's a bullish, that's a bearish setup for the bears. They still in control 60 to 65%. That's a lot. That's a lot. It is not something to to play with. Okay, this is not something basically to play with. So it was a crazy 24 a crazy 24 hours, guys. It was a crazy 24 hours. So let's dive into the lower time frame. It is even more incredible for the bulls what they were able to pull. It was incredible on the lower time frame. Okay, but it doesn't mean they're in control. They temporarily in control. All right, so let's take a look at the 12-hour. Okay, what I'm going to show you on the 12 hours, guys, it is incredible. Okay, volume is incredible. The bulls, what they were able to do, gonna confuse most bears. Okay, they're gonna be like, okay, how come, okay, we were able to dump the price 82,000 trading volume at the top at 14K. You guys remember I told you 14K was the easiest target, and once we hit 14K, what was our target? It was 10.4 to 10.7. That was 3,000 point drop. Okay, over almost 4,000 point drop, right? And we did that exactly right around this area, area of 50 EMA. But guess what, guys? The volume we got the other day, we talked about it in our premium member in this area, the dump down to 7,700. Guess what? It was roughly in this area, the 12 hours. Most of the time I be having a hard time. Let's take a look at the 6. Okay, the 6 hour. On the 6 hour, the bears also dump it again, 6 hour. Okay, 82,000 trading volume. All right, 82. Let's see, it was this one. Okay, this one right around 12 hour. Let's go back to the 12 hours while I'm trying to looking at the previous dump. This dump right here from 13K is 82,000. Similar volume to this volume right here, the initial dump. Same exact volume, 82.3, both of them. So it is quite amazing, right? At the same time, the volume we used to pump the price is almost equal to the volume we used to pump the price to a 14K. So the same volume we used to pump the price all the way up to like a 10.3, 10.4, it's the same exact volume we use. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you, the bulls fought back very, very aggressively, and they made a solid case. Okay, this is a very, very impressive case. You take a look at this volume. It is not, I think 30% is kind of low, but you have to be very careful. Okay, I could give them like even 40, but you have to be very careful because you can see this volume, guys. It broke this entire area. If you've been watching like my channel, I was telling you guys we need to see a volume similar to this move. Okay, so you cannot ignore it. You cannot ignore this signal. All right, that's another bullish setup for the bulls. All right, that's another bullish setup for the bull. So now the bullish setup for the bull, we're going to continue. Like if the bulls are able to like close this trend line, where can we expect the price to go to? All right, it's not guaranteed they're going to get it, but at least for the short term, 60 to 80% of the market pretty bullish after a 3,000 point move, right? So if you're bullish, all right, you could be looking for a 1.27 extension, okay, of this entire move. So this move, you might not get it today, or you might not get it next week, but we will see. Okay, 1.27, it is going to be roughly around like a 16.7, 16.9, right? And then 1.41 going to be 18.6, okay, in this level, right? That's a bullish setup. Okay, and I'm going to show you the bearish setup in case like a BTC the bears step up and then bring like a heavy volume over like 100 to 200,000 trading volume and drop the price heavily. We're going to talk about where we're going to be looking for targets, right? All right, guys, so let me take a look at the chat room and then see where you guys think the price going to be heading to, at least for the short term, right? All right, thanks a lot, Marlon, for telling us Ether gonna drop to $200. Hey, what's up, ACs? Auto Repair. What's up, Iceman? Thanks a lot, Hippo Crypto. So let's take a look at the bearish momentum, guys. Looking at the bearish momentum on the lower degree. This is you could argue, okay, you could argue it is just a way to make a more impulse right shoulder. Okay, you got a small right shoulder. Most people are gonna say that your right shoulder is supposed to be equal to your left shoulder, but guess what, if like we're not gonna able like to break above this area, the two right shoulder are going to be equal, right? So you're not even going to count this one because it's just going to be a wick. We're going to get this move, okay? And the bearishness guy is going to be all over the place. If like price drop down to like this, even like this level of like a 78 to a 77, that's going to be extremely bearish. So this is going to give us the head and shoulder, guys, we've been looking for. Like, you guys remember, I was looking for this head and shoulder. We got it, all right? This one, the bears were able to make this head and shoulder, all right? So let me just draw it cleanly. The first head and shoulder we looked at was this one, okay? We looked at this one, right? So now we could be looking for this one, right? We could be looking for this one. This one could be a long, big one also, like all the way up like to December before, you know, dropping down. So if the bears are able like to bring like a heavy volume, they cannot drop the price without like a you know, closing at least on the 12 hours, like the next few 12 hours, closing like below this 100 EMA and probably retest this yellow line, which is the 21 EMA on the 12 hours. If we break below this 21 EMA on the 12 hours, it could be a game on again, like for the bears. They could take control of the entire market, and it's going to be a very easy drop the next few weeks to few days, just like the Tetherford, okay? Just like the Tetherford, you can see easy drop, okay? Easy drop. So we just have to be extremely cautious. If you're not comfortable with the current state of the market, the best thing to do is just stay away. You're not missing anything. If you believe like BITC is going to go to 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, it really doesn't matter at what price level you're going to buy BTC, right? All you need is like 0.01, right? After, you know, we break above this area of like roughly around like 14K, you could start accumulating, you know, again, and then look for higher prices, right? It's up to you. It's just a speculation, right? So give me 1 second, guys. Excuse me, guys. So that's the bullish setup. That's the basically the you know, the best thing to do. Either stay away from the market or just huddle, okay? But otherwise, the current state of the market is very dangerous if you don't know, you know, if you're not comfortable with the current state of the market. So now let's take a look at the 15 minutes time frame. In today's content, we're just going to talk about BTC just to make it a very short live stream, and then you know, see where we could be heading to, at least for the short term. You take a look at this pattern we got currently on the lower degree, okay? The current pattern we got on the lower degree, it is similar to what we got on the higher degree. It is just, we just didn't get this initial pump yet, okay? We just didn't get this initial pump, but it is making, you know, it could be pushing back up to you know, roughly 10K or above, right? Which is roughly around like a 0.618 before, you know, making another WXY correction in this level. So as soon as we drop down to 0.618, which is like 85 to 87 level, you know, it's gonna decide like you know, the trend could be decided, okay? The trend could be decided very shortly. The trend could be decided very short. So let's take a look at the count we got right now. We don't have a, you know, let's see. You got this wave to the downside, and then you got basically a on the lower degree, you basically got a another you know, let's take a look at this. You got this divergence. It's not divergence yet, right? It is not a divergence yet, but we could get a divergence very shortly on the lower degree, okay? You could push in this area before pushing back up, just to get this divergence, get the R side to face up before moving up, okay? Before moving to the upside. This 100 EMA, this red line is the 100 EMA on the 15 minutes. It should be holding the price temporarily. The bears could be like a, you know, attempting to keep the price breaking this area, because it's going to be extremely not good for them. So basically keeping the price like between we actually accumulated from like 91 to 87, so we we accumulated in this area for another push, right? So let's see if the bears are gonna basically try to keep the price down and then bring it down further, but the bulls most likely gonna get this move, okay? Because if you go on the 5 minutes, it could be completely oversold. You can see the 3 minutes chart. We got this bounce, okay? We could be heading up to this level, okay? We could be heading up to that level, at least for the short term, okay? So that was our area of accumulation, at least for the short term, 91 to 87, and you could have shorted down to 88, which is like 400 points, and then also long it all the way up there. All right, so hey, what's up? I love my life. So it is very important, guys, and most of you guys understand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I don't want to waste your time with counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but you understand, like we got 5-way structure in this area, right? Okay, you could even include this one, but it is too flat, but it is 5-wave, okay? It is 5-wave. That's 50%. Let's see, that's 382 pullback. We didn't quite hit 50%, but if you just include this wave, we almost hit 50%. But if you don't want to cheat, you just say it's 382. You just take the entire wave. Okay, it's 382. 382 is pretty strong. I told you multiple times. 382 most of the time gonna go back to 236. Okay, 236 gonna be your previous fib retracement. 382 push back up to 236, could come straight down to 0.618, which is like 8300. So let's see if BITC is going to be able to make this move, at least for the short term. All right, that's short term analysis. Anything can happen, right? But let's see, at least for the short term, right? Hello, what's up, Ivan, Nadine, everybody's in the house. All right, guys, if you guys don't have any question, I just wanted to keep it very short today, just for BTC. Also XRP, we're going to talk about XRP on the bigger picture. Let's see, let's talk about XRP next. All right, XRP, the bigger picture, guys, that's Bitfinex. Okay, the bigger picture, let's take a look at the 21-day chart, right? I showed you multiple times XRP could be very explosive at any given time, right? And I showed you, right, the 21-day chart, we're getting a big tail, big wick, small body, and it is a sign of reversal. Right now, the only thing XRP needs to do is like start getting this type of body candle, right? This smooth tail, right? This smooth tail. The 21 EMA on the 21-day chart, that's a yellow line. We just need to close above it. We broke it once, we broke it twice. We just need to close above it, and then it could be game on for XRP, and we could be looking for at least XRP to like retest this previous high in this level of 80 cents, right? So, but first of all, we have to break this area. That's a bullish pattern for XRP. We have to break this 21 EMA on the 21-day chart, which is currently at 35 cents. But I think that's even too high. XRP just need to close this month about 32 cents. But it's going to be very hard for XRP to close above 32 cents if BTC is going to be closing below 87, right? So XRP, first thing first, needs to close above, roughly around like a 32 cents before end of the month. All right, could give us a slight pullback before basically pushing higher. Okay, give us a slight pullback. Polonius. All right, so let's take a look at this. All right, on the bigger picture, right, we also talk about the 382 pullback from XRP. You can see in this area we got a 382 pullback. All right, a 382 pullback, it is very strong. All right, it is a very, just like I told you recently about BTC, you can see we pull back to 382, we push back up to 236, came back down to 382, and we could just make this flat correction and push high all the way up like to even like $1. But it is too early to talk about XRP going to $1, but it can do it at any given time. All right, it can do it. Even though I'm bearish on XRP, like with at least like more than 60% bearish, I'm still like looking to accumulate as it goes down, right, all the way down to the next fib level, because I know as soon as we get this even if we drop down to this level, we're gonna get a very explosive move. Okay, we're gonna get a very explosive move. The monthly RSI for XRP, you can see it is ticking up. It is very bullish, guys. It is not very bullish, but it is a bullish setup. Okay, it doesn't mean we extremely bullish, but we basically getting the foundation, right? You have to understand that. Okay, it is too different. It is different to say like XRP is bearish, but we moving along, we moving slowly towards a bullish pattern. The 50-week moving average, this blue line, okay, that's a monthly time frame. We basically not closing below it. That's pretty good, at least for the short term. Right here, that's pretty good. We're not being able to close above it, so staying above this area and closing above this 21 EMA gonna be extremely good. Okay, remember that it's gonna be extremely bullish for XRP, and I will be calling for XRP going to a $2 after that, right? But we have to do it. That's a bullish scenario. We always talk about the bearish scenario for XRP, so I don't want to spend time talk about how bearish XRP is. All right, so we already talked about the bearish scenario. All right, thanks a lot, Marlon. It could be it could like be, we will never see 1800, but let's wait and see. You just, it's not a call, it's an analysis. All right, it's a market analysis. If we don't get it, we just go for the bull market. If we get it, we accumulate. So if you're not ready for, I'm ready for, it's just simple. I'm ready for 1800. Okay, I'm even ready for 1000. If you're not mentally ready, I'm mentally ready, because I don't want to be surprised. You have to remember, no one controls the market. It's a free market. Okay, and you got the right to protect your money. You got the right to buy and believe basically gonna go to $100,000 in the next 2 years. So it is all up to you. Okay, it's not a financial advice, and don't let anybody tell you you're wrong. Okay, you're right in your own opinion. All right, you're right, you're not wrong. All right. $9K being our next bottom. I wouldn't say I mean, like I say, I'm 60% bearish, 60 to 65% bearish. It is my own personal opinion, right? So you don't have to align. Our two opinion don't have to align. Okay, we still making some on the monthly chart. We still making some lower highs. All right, we're about to close a monthly candle. So what can you expect? Why would I be like extremely bullish? Okay, if we break this area, it could be the biggest bull run of all time. Okay, if we break this area, it could be the biggest bull run of all time, right? How many people called BTC to 1 million in 2020, right? $1 million BTC. I'm only calling for $1,800 BTC, right? So let's just stay focused, guys. It's not an argument, but it's an argument, but it's not to say like you're wrong. It's not gonna go to 1 million another day. So most people got caught up in that FOMO. BTC is going to 1 million, and everybody jump in and push the price up all the way to 20K. I don't want to be one of those like FOMOing and thinking like BTC is gonna go to 1 million in 2020, and then I'm gonna be jumping all in. No, I'm gonna take it baby step by step, all the way up till we I personally I'm personally satisfied, basically. All right, I'm personally satisfied. But on the monthly, guys, you can see it on the 21 days chart. And I told my guys a couple of weeks ago, one of these 21 days chart, right, we have to be careful on the 22nd, 23rd, because we're going to be getting a new 21-day candles. Okay, and that 21-day candle could be very aggressive. It could be either going very nasty drop, or we could even like push back up. Okay, push back up. So but I was expecting it on the previous one, not this one. Okay, but I was expecting it this one. Okay, but right around like the 22nd, I was like, looking at market analysis, we might not get it. But look at BTC, guys, it gives us exactly at 10.3 to 10.4 level. So be careful. Okay, be really careful out there. Be really careful. All right, don't listen to anyone. Okay, don't even listen to Send Crypto. Just make your own judgment. Okay, be your own judge, and be careful what you wish for also, right? Yeah, right. So let's take a look at the basically the lower time frame, and then we're gonna go the 6 hours. Volume is decreasing, price is decreasing. Most likely we're gonna get this move. That's what we said. If like we get rejected in this level, we're gonna get the WXY correction, and we could even if the bulls get the necessary volume, they can push it. If they don't, we have to go back to the 85 level range. Okay, 85 to 77 level, even down to 77. All right. but the volume is very important. 6 hours is pretty good, but we're not getting the necessary rejection, right? The necessary rejection on the 6 hour is not that, it's not that impressive. Okay, it's not that impressive. The volume is decreasing, volatility going to decrease. All of a sudden we're going to get big volume, big volatility. So you just have to understand this. Okay, so I told you the 6 hours is very important. 6 hours is very important. All right, it's very important. 12 hours the same. Volume is only 50% of the less than 50% of the previous volume. So you cannot be extremely giving you know, bulls bears some credibility on the lower time frame. Okay, you cannot give them more credibility, too much credibility on a lower degree. All right, so this volume on the hourly, we talked about it. It is 80% of this candle, but the candle did not drop much. Okay, most people selling basically, but price did not drop. So they controlling the market right now. Okay, they're controlling the market, and they do not want the price to drop below this area. Okay, it's not supposed to drop below this area, going back up, going back down to 77 or so. It's not going to be looking good at all for the short term. All right, that was my point 2 days ago, that this trend could reverse, and that talk of 1800 BC was crazy. Okay, all right, good. All right, Marlon. All right, you say we're in the bull market. That's great. If we're in the bull market, we're still accumulating BTC. There's nothing wrong with that, right? So all right, guys, that's it for today. Just wanted to give you a good price update about XRP and BTC. Hopefully you guys gonna find the content useful. If you are new to the content, make sure to hit the like, subscribe. If you are watching, make sure to hit the like also, guys, because even if you don't believe like we on a bear market, you still got a good argument for yourself, and you gotta find another opinion different to your own opinion, so you can make a better judgment or be very confident about your personal argument, right? So all right, guys, thank you for watching.